Hi guys and welcome to our fourth video. Today we are going to be making flapjacks and next week you are going to be making flapjacks. Okay, so first I'm going to take you through the ingredients you need and things that you also need that are not ingredients. So this is how it's going to go. You are going to need 50 grams of sugar, granulated sugar. You're going to need 50 grams of butter or margarine. You're going to need 35 millilitres of syrup. So if you bring a small can like this, that's fine. Or if you've got a can that's half empty, again that's great as well. You're going to need to bring 150 grams of oats, and you're going to need to bring your extras that you want to add into your flapjack. So in my case, I'm going to use cranberries and white chocolate. I know this came from an idea from one of my year 7s, so this is for you as well. It was a great choice. You might decide that you're going to bring nuts, different kinds of dried fruits, different types of cooking chocolate, like these chocolate chips. Another thing that we didn't discuss in class, but I thought was a good idea as well, is bringing in different kinds of seeds as well. Could be a really good option. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you through the process. One last thing forgot to tell you, you're also going to need to bring some foil with you as well to bake it in and wrap it up at the end of the lesson so you can take it away or eat it maybe. So this is the method. First thing I want to do is I'm going to preheat my oven to 180 degrees centigrade. I've already started this already. So this is on at 180 degrees centigrade. Okay. Then I'm going to come over here, and the first job that I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh or measure out my butter. Now there is a trick to this. If you don't have a weighing scale, what you can do, when you have a standard packet of butter like this, when you first open it up, you'll see that there are increments or measurements on the butter. Okay, so what I can do instead of using the weighing scale and making a mess is I could actually cut the butter at 50 grams, which is what I need, like that. So I know that the piece of butter that I'm now removing is exactly 50 grams. So I'll take this butter, make sure I get rid of all the packaging, and into a saucepan. Okay, we will have the saucepans at school for you, so don't worry about that. Put that to one side. I've already weighed out my sugar and my oats, so I don't have to worry about that. The only thing that you will have to do in the lesson is, if you've got your can or your bottle of syrup, is measure this out. Now, it says that you need 15, or should I say 2 times 15 millilitres, so 30 millilitres. The easiest way to do this is that a tablespoon is about 15 millilitres or slightly over. So what we can do, butter's in the pan, I can use my tablespoon to get myself 2 spoons of syrup. So let's let that, there's 1. Almost there. I'll take a little bit more. And 2. Put that to one side. Okay, this might take a little bit longer because it's on the spoon. If I had another spoon, I'd probably use another spoon to try and get that down into the pan. That's what I'll do, is I'll use my wooden spoon. Incidentally, when you come to melt this onto the hob, do not use a metal spoon, because the metal spoon will remove your non-stick surface from the pan. So when you get to this point, you're going to take a wooden spoon, which is what I'm doing as well. This is then going to go onto the hob. So you're going to put this on a low heat, because all you want to do is actually melt this. So going onto the hob on a low heat. I'm going to try and stir this as I go. The butter should melt relatively quickly, because it's doing it straight away, which is great. I'm just going to literally stir that as I go. Butter's melting. At this point, you might also want to think about preparing your other ingredients. So for example, if you've got dried fruit or you've got nuts that need to be chopped up, you can do that while this is melting on a low heat. Obviously, maybe get one of your friends to keep an eye on your melting of your butter. You don't want it to get too hot. Literally just needs to melt. is melting nicely at the moment. So I'm stirring it around. Yeah, almost there. Smells amazing, very, very sweet. Another 10 seconds or so. As you can see, it has now completely melted, completely liquid. I can now add my sugar, so my 50 grams of sugar will go into there. Again, I can give it a stir. Again, give it a good stir so it's nice and consistent. Then I'll add my oats. So again, I might add them a little bit at a time rather than throwing it all in. Keep on stirring with your wooden spoon. A little bit at a time. You want to make sure that all of your oats are wet with your butter and syrup mixture. It's come together quite nicely now. So the next thing I'll think about is my extras. So in my case, I'm going to use cranberries and white chocolate, which as I said was a suggestion from one of my Year 7 students. So really looking forward to eating this now. Smells amazing. So as you can see now, take it off the heat. The consistency is that everything is wet with syrup and butter and sugar. Okay, so now I decide how much of my dried fruit I want to add. Again, it's entirely up to you. I've got quite a large amount in here because I like cranberries. Perfect. So I'll give those a stir. Put a few more in. Again, give it a stir. And then I've got my chocolate chips. Now remember, you can't use regular eating chocolate. It has to be chocolate that is from the baking section. So cooking chocolate. Again, I can add not too much. But again, once you've mixed it together, you can check the consistency, and if you're happy with it, so I'm quite happy with that now. My next job is to put that into a foiled baking tray. Now, as I said before, you're going to have to bring some foil with you, okay? So enough foil to kind of line out a baking tray around at this side. So now, I'm going to lay out my flapjack mix. As you can see, it looks quite colourful, quite happy with that. and then I'm going to use the back of my spoon to pat it down. Now, if I wanted to push it further into the corner, probably could do to make a better shape. And if I wanted to cut it into bars afterwards, this would be a good idea. Like so. Obviously you can spend more time shaping yours. So make sure I get all of that off, not waste any. Okay. I've misplaced mine, so I'm going to use a tea towel. Not the right thing to do. Take your oven gloves into your 180 degree centigrade oven, top shelf. And it's going to bake in there for between 15 and 20 minutes. So again, as I always tell you, never leave it unattended. Always keep a check on it. But while it's in there, you or your peers or your partners can start to do the big clear up, ready for the next group that comes in after you. And obviously when you take it out of the oven, you've got your oven gloves on again, because it's going to be very, very hot. Let it cool down before you touch it or eat it. And then if you want to use a knife to start to cut it into bars, you can do, or if you want to just wrap it up to take it home, again, that is an option. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your practical work next week. It's going to be amazing. Well done, guys. Thank you.